Hello everybody and welcome back to Theme Park Coastin, and today we are back at the island like no other. Yes, this is Cedar Point for our first entire day over here at the park, and we did nip up here a little bit yesterday, completing some of the most amazing attractions that we have ever done in our lifetime. But we're here today for an entire day, all the way up to 10 o'clock at night, to complete so many iconic attractions like Steel, Vengeance, Magnum, X2 and so many more. I'm getting a bit confused now.
Not X2.
Not X2, no. I'm in the wrong part there. But honestly, I'm so excited today to experience the entire park, the atmosphere, and of course, the many world-class rides. With our first one of the day actually being Valravn, which has recently opened up to the public today.
First time the last week.
First time the last week, so that's going to be good right now. But Adam, you're with us. Yesterday we were literally blown away with this park, so I'm excited to be here for another day of fun.
Oh, you know what, it's so great to find me back here at Cedar Point after so long waiting. And you know what, yesterday was incredible, of course, getting to this park. And you know, today I just reckon it's going to be even better. We're going to be a full day today, of course, getting night rides, getting early ride time. And then you know, it's going to be amazing. Of course, getting back on rides like Steel Vengeance, and of course, Valravn's out there. Pretty cool to see Maverick happen, and there's still some rides I haven't done yet, like Raptor and all that sort of stuff, so it's pretty cool.
So it's good, it's still quite a lot we're going to do, and I think today what's really nice about this day today is that I haven't made it look too busy because we're obviously in the early hours, but when it gets into the day itself, when it does get a bit more busy, it means that we can look around the park, really enjoy the atmosphere, because yesterday it felt a bit like ride to ride to ride to ride, whereas today we're going to enjoy the atmosphere, soak in all the restaurants, have a lot of food, have a lot of drink, and basically just enjoy the day in general, as well as exploring all the different lands, because this park is absolutely massive, and with all of that has to offer, I think obviously the rides are like the main bit, the world-class rides, but also there's so much more theming and stuff than I thought there was going to be before. So I really do see the point of coming here, the ding ding, and so with that horrendous pun out of the way, let's go to our first ride of the day, Valravn. Oh, this is going to be good. Well, looking at that ride, it does not look very open yet, despite it being in the queue time app. We thought as it's early hours, we've got to maximise our time. We're not testing yet. We thought we're going to leave it and go over towards Millennium Force first, and then if we see it running after that, we'll then head there straight away to experience that. But as it is early hours, when the queues should theoretically be more quiet, some parks actually, it's actually more busy in the early hours, but this one theoretically it should be more quiet. We hope to get on all the bigger rides first and not waste a lot of time. So I think our priority now is just getting on that Millennium Force straight away. Yeah, good guys. And it feels really weird actually talking like this, because I actually don't know half into the park. I'm not as obsessed with this park as Adam is. So when we're coming here, I didn't know what lots of rides were like, and you do, of course.
I've literally been touring around the whole park, and I've never been here before either. It's just that I've been like, I searched the whole out on Google Maps when I came, so. Yeah,
but I'm like, oh, what's that ride? I get a bit confused sometimes, so I do apologise in advance if I do get a little confused with the rides. However, what I can tell you is that these rides are amazing, and as we enter into the Millennium Force queue right now, I can tell you, second ride you've ever done on this, still crazy how tall it is, 300 foot tall, making it a good coaster. But it sure does look amazing, so let's go on to Millennium Force. Oh, it's good to be back on some rides, and Millennium Force over there is one of those rides that I will never ever forget. So much fun, so enjoyable, so thrilling, and the speed, I think it's like 90 miles an hour plus, isn't it?
94 I think.
94 miles an hour, that is bonkers. I mean, at home, before I really got it down 80 miles an hour, so 85.
That fast.
With that there, you didn't get that, I don't get that feeling, that's what I'm trying to Maverick. You didn't get that feeling where like you launch off, and I like that, because I think that feeling just winds up a little bit, it hurts me a little bit. And I think Top Full Jackson would have offered that one, but I know I would have had to do it. But when it gets you get a spin, but also the fun twists and turns, the airtime hills there, crazy moments, and overall it's just such an enjoyable ride over here at the park. And so there is no doubt in my mind that you should be heading onto it on your visit to the park, because it is absolutely amazing. Seriously, it is absolutely awesome. And Adam, we're now heading over towards Iron Dragon, completing our day, go next day, next ride, and it is honestly fantastic.
Oh, it's so good. I mean, like Millennium Force side, wow. You know, we got third back road, I think, yeah, third road. You know, it was a great ride, like, it was actually really good fun. I mean, the airtime you get down that first drop is like insane, like, it's nothing like we have in the UK.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole ride's tremendous, like, it's great airtime, as you can hear right now. it's got great airtime and it's actually pretty intense. Again, not as intense as I thought it was going to be, but you know, it still runs really well. And for a roller coaster now, like, which is 22 years old, it's just insane.
Yeah, but now it's time for another coaster. I got my camera away because again, you can't really bring bags on rides. There's funny rules. We're playing later on, but
this one,
but here, yeah, put it in the locker maybe sometimes on the side. But here we now go. Next ride up, Iron Dragon. Yeah, that ride was good. Better than any ride we had back at home, but it's nothing special compared to these rides here. I was really funny actually getting on that ride because I thought it was going to be a good ride. It is a good ride, don't get me wrong, it's amazing for family, but it's tame. And what is so scary is that it's actually has no adventures at our home country of the UK. The best ride there is worse than that.
I mean,
meaning that when we get back home, everyone's going to really tame now.
Yeah, by the way as well, we do
Like
appreciate Vampire because Vampire's a classic and we do appreciate having it, but I mean, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's scary. It's actually scary how we go home. It's giving them so tame.
You know what though, in terms of Iron Dragon, I mean, it was fine. Like, it had some good, decent airtime, I guess, if you want to say that. It was decent turns, but you know, I'm definitely excited about Kings Island later this trip.
Yeah.
I reckon that's going to be a lot more, on the intense side, put it that way, of swinging basically. But yeah, it was good. It just was nothing to show. I probably won't do it again this trip, but it was nice.
Yeah, it was, like I said, it was a nice ride, good for the family, but personally, I would do the other rides first because they are world class, and that ride is better than any ride in the UK, but doesn't really get that level. However, it is now coming towards the end of our early hours over here, and as far as the review for the early hours goes, they're a really amazing time. Queues aren't too bad, it's not walk-on by any means, so I don't expect you're going to be walking on each ride. However, even if it's a major ride, you can get a shorter queue than you normally have, as you are at the start, and it's a bonus hour in the park. That's how I always look at it. Not looking at more rides done in the early hours, but look at it as a bonus hour. You get in the park for an extra hour of the day, an extra quarter hour than it is in the middle of the day, where we will probably leave and go to the beach and stuff. So it really is worth getting over here early hours, completing these early hours, and then for my first Tom tip of the day, my name's Tom, and these are my tips. My first Tom tip of the day is arrive to a ride that you want to do really badly. It's not open in the early hours, like 5 minutes before the early hours in, because obviously everyone else in the park will be allowed in. And then when the ride does open,
people run there.
You run there and you'll be in the queue. So then what it means is that, it means that once you're in the queue, you can basically just stand there and wait. Because it's not going to be as long as if you went in the middle of the day. So even though you're waiting for 5 minutes before the ride opens, you can still get on the ride beforehand.
We are debating whether to Maverick or still renting now.
So I'm
don't know, because Maverick always gets a longer queue, but they're both about level queue, so we don't really know.
So I think what I'm looking at is we haven't actually done the Maverick normal queue yet. However, we have done the Steel Engines normal queue. So it doesn't Steel Engines, but also Maverick we've only done once. So it's the hard one between the two.
So.
Exactly, yeah, but we haven't been in yet, so it's a hard one. But we're all going to both again anyway. So I think I chose Maverick, to be honest.
I think Maverick, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Maverick. However, look at this land, guys. I mean, it feels like he's finally got theming. It hasn't got Disney theming, but it's such a nice park to be at. And this whole land, all the animals, all the gooses down there. Look at these. It's such a nice place to be at and enjoy with the entire family.
The arse one as well.
Oh, this one? No, there's some gooses down there. Geese. I think there are a few geese, but yeah, as far as I was talking about earlier as well, as far as the cameras go at the park, they're very funny. That's why I find it hard to put lots of clips of rides, because there's some rides like that one back there where you can take the camera actually on the ride. There's some rides that has lockers. There are some rides that have, like, you can't even bring your phone into the ride, like Steel Engines stuff, and metal detectors. So it's very, very across the board with the rides at the park. However, the general rule of thumb, I try best, especially when mum's not going on them back there, to give them to her, which means if I find it hard to film clips, I'll try my best over the day to get as many as I can for you guys. So I film after on the ride, instead of in the queue when I normally film, so that's where I kind of do complications. Just got the animals right now, but yeah, that's how the camera goes. But overall, the park is amazing, and I look forward to the next ride. We have have just rode Maverick, and it definitely has not disappointed for the last time riding. Those launch, those turns, even the CALLUM wasn't too bad, to be honest with you. That ride is honestly fantastic, and it doesn't look like a lot from first sight, but it is so much fun.
So good.
It is so hard between those three top ones, like Steel Vengeance, Millennium Force and Maverick, because they're all so much fun. I think Millennium Force is going to kind of go away a little bit.
Yeah,
so I think it's kind of between Maverick and Steel Vengeance.
I mean, they're already level like for me. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
they're all great for different reasons.
Maybe a little bit further down, but you know, it's a fantastic all of it. But, you know, Maverick. I mean, wow, like that's. I really anything that's like Steel Vengeance like applies to Maverick, to be honest. You know, it's such a good coaster, and the best thing about Maverick as well is it's got so many different things about it. It's like it's got some good intense turns, it's got some air time, it's got some nice inversions, it's got launches, it's just got everything, and the theming as well. It's a full package.
See, I just feeling that all day if I had a choice, to be honest with you. Like, I would just go on and on and on all day round, but we're trying now towards our next attraction actually. That's why I'm a bit like looking around, because we're not 100 sure. That's one of the nice things about having a park in means forever, because we get to look around and stuff. But yeah, Maverick, world class, must do. The queues of Kettle Pen, but not too bad. And everyone here is so nice. Well, I keep saying it, they really are really nice here. And I think it might be closed as well, because everyone's leaving the queue line. So I'll have to look for another attraction. But yeah, Maverick, in one of the most highly themed lands I think I've ever, well, not highly themed lands, but like one of the most highly maintained theme lands I've ever seen. I mean, it's 4 years old still, Vengeance, and it's still as good as new. And Maverick, a whole cowboy sort of feel around it. The lake is doing this little bridge over here. It is just so amazing. And if you haven't already, come down, make the effort to come down. It's hard to get to this park. I mean,
it's incredibly hard.
It's next to impossible to get down here. But if you can make the effort, you put in motivation, you really want to go on these sort of rides, it'll be worth every single penny you spend. And every single, we travel for 10 hours on plane, 10 hours by car. But there's no regret in a single doubt in my mind that this park is world class, and it's definitely pushed my expectations up.
I know. This looked really nice last night.
So due to the runaway mine train being closed, we have to continue our day, and similar to the dive coaster down there, there's no time to wait. So we're going to head now onto one coaster which looks quite fun. Again, in the UK, it'd be amazing. This is Corkscrew, and
it would be amazing. It'd be fine, I guess, but
yeah.
I mean, but it's alright.
But we're getting through the coaster together. So I said we've had 2 days here now, second day right now, and this is our time. We're just going to get through the final lot of coasters, get those credits ticked off, before we can do some more flat rides. As I said, I think I told you earlier as well, the best way to do a park, in our eyes, is do the big rides and the long queue rides early in the morning at the end of the day, because what you do is you get those early morning wake up people who can wake up really early in the morning and probably stay to like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Then you then get those evening people who then wake up at like 10 o'clock, go in the park, and then leave at like 10 o'clock at night. And then you get those all day people who are there all day and then leave basically when the park closes and when the park opens. So that all means that they're all there between like 10 o'clock and like 3 in the afternoon, and that is of course the busiest time of the park. So those times you can take your photos, do the more chill out rides, do the family rides, the more quiet rides out of the park. But now at times when we do all the bigger attractions, get them all complete. So that's what we're doing today. We'll see if it works, because this park's very different, we've got a lot of enthusiasts here. But whatever it is, we're going to have a fun time on our next attraction, Corkscrew. Let's go. And back we are in the cable car. After seeing the walk-on queue before, we want to go over to Gatekeeper anyway. And after riding Corkscrew, which will around a sec, before there's no better way to go over than have a little cable car ride. And it really is another ride. However, just before that, Battle Raven still has the car on the track, but it's not moving, so I'm not sure we're getting out today or not.
I don't know. I mean, earlier today I said the queue time was like 30 minutes, and I believe I've seen people up in the station today as well, so I don't know, hopefully it's open. And there's no boards on the entrance saying anything, I think, so
fingers crossed later on.
It's like a 20-foot dive coaster as well, so it's a big coaster. You know, this park's got so much to offer, it doesn't really matter if that one race.
No, that isn't open as well today with races.
Oh yeah, this is just open up, so
that'll be really good. However, what we plan to do now is go towards Gatekeeper, but just before Adam, how was Corkscrew?
You know, it's definitely a classic here at the park. Of course, I think it's the first ever three immersion coaster. You know, it was fun. It wasn't as rough as I thought it was going to be. It's not musty, and I probably won't ride it again. But you know, it was a fun ride.
Yeah, it's kind of
have a coaster credit. So.
He's a nice coaster credit as well on there, and it's not only available with this next. I'm going to give my mum a go as well on this because she wants the roller to Steel Vengeance. But it's an okay ride, and to get another coaster credit at the park, it definitely is worth it. We're now coming down towards the end of the cable car ride. It is short, but it is good fun and a great way to get across the park. So we're now going to head our way over towards Gatekeeper. You can get some pretty good views of it from just down here. Like, look at this. It's good up the lift hill right way.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to honor the greatest amusement park in America, we are proud to invite you to join us on the
Or change of plan once again. It's due to having an hour queue line. We decided, due to get a little busier nowadays, we're going to be heading down towards Raptor instead, as that's still one ride, but we've got to join our visit. And with it not being open yesterday, we don't want to take our chance and leave for a long time. So we're going to head on Raptor, go towards Blue Street, get into it, and then we continue our day. And Mum's joining us this one, so good luck. It's your first massive ride here at the park. No offence, but Gemini is not massive. And it's going to be really good fun there, isn't it? So let's queue up. We've got some fast pass from the hotel yesterday. It was really kind of them. So we're going to use them for this as like a 90-minute queue. And then we're going to head to our next attraction. So wish us luck. First time reactions onto Raptor. It's going to be good.
It's really gone down there.
Raptor tick, and actually we did decide to wait in the normal queue for that ride, and it wasn't too bad. I think it was around an hour, so that wasn't too bad at all. And the ride itself, it was really good fun, quite intense. It is a B&M invert, so it's nothing like too special. I know obviously yes, the main off many people.
Yeah, I like it.
But I think it's like one of those classic rides, it's kind of quite common around the world, so nothing that I would go first to. However, it's definitely one that should be a must do in your visit.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, I actually really enjoyed that. In my opinion, it's actually the first level in Nemesis to Awesome Towers, which is known to be one of the best inverts out there. And you know what, that was a pretty good coaster. Like, it's solid, you know, it's some good like versions, and you know, we've also got the back road, so it's actually been quite an intense ride also. So
yeah, it was intense, it was good, and it's very long as well. It's got quite a few different elements along the way, so that's really awesome. And as well, with it having such an awesome layout over the different parts, it really is a really good fun ride. We got back row as well, which definitely helped. However, as we were in the ride queue line and on the ride itself, we noticed that Blue Street is literally just opened up, so we have to go there for our last operating coaster, is it?
no, it's not. No, I think we've got like 4 or 5 to go.
I still got 4 or 5 to go, so you crazy Parkington. We've been here for almost 2 days now, and we still haven't done all the coasters. We've already done the main ones twice, the top 3 we did twice. But I'm back with another ride, so we go about coaster, and we still haven't done them all yet. So it was a good fun family Woody. Apparently it's really smooth, yeah. Apparently really smooth, like a smothered chicken as well from in there. It smells really good. But here now go. This is Blue Streak, and let's hope we can get on this Woody. The question is though, would you ride it?
As a reminder, cell phone use of any kind is strictly prohibited almost every ride.
We've just completed Blue Streak and now sitting down for a little bit of dinner at the barbecue smokehouse. But as far as Blue Streak goes, it's pretty good. It's not that smooth, we can tell you that for sure. I mean, we were on it and it was just like bouncing. That's why we were on the wheel seat, however. So we wouldn't have the smoothest or experiences anyway, but that was pretty bouncing.
That was pretty bad, yeah. I mean, the ride was alright. It's just, I mean, it has some really good airtime, like really good airtime. But apart from that, I mean, it was incredibly rough. And of course, you just said we did get a wheel seat. We were like 4th row to the back, so of course, row 3 of a single car basically. And you know, that was painful, that wasn't great. I mean, it's
but then again, it is the oldest ride at the park. So.
Yeah, I believe it is anyway. It's not as bad as other wooden coasters, but it's still quite bad.
Yeah.
Again, I mean, I like a couple of rides today. Not a ride I'd do again, but it was still nice to experience.
It was a nice experience, it was good fun,
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, if you're any family or anything, it's a really fun ride to jump aboard and have a nice little roller coaster ride, especially for our first coaster as well at the park. Well, falling more one over at Snoopy Land before the first coast. So that's still a great ride to head on. Right now, as I said earlier, we are now at the barbecue smokehouse, and I want to mention as well, as far as food goes out of Cedar Parks, there is an awful lot of options. Cedar Fair Parks, yeah. So obviously Cedar Point has got a lot as well, but like around the parks you've got stuff like Chick-fil-A and brown restaurants. However, when we're here, we try to make the most of it and try the unique restaurants over here, even though we do love Chick-fil-A. And stuff like the barbecue smokehouse, we really want to eat here. So we're going to test it out, we're going to have a bit of food over here. I'm going to get my first ever brisket, because I know they're big round here and I really want to try one, so we're going to one of those and give you a food review. But then there are obviously food plan options as well, where you can get food for all seasons for like not a lot of money, so that's really awesome. But it didn't seem working for us at the moment. We only really have like one meal a day.
Yeah, I mean, so it wasn't badly priced, it was just that considering we're going to be at the parks for only about 5 days and maybe 6 days in terms of the parks themselves,
the season.
Just thought it just wasn't worth it.
Yeah, so we decided not to get it, and there's no annual passes. The annual passes actually worked in our favour.
Oh, yeah, they were pretty good actually. And also as well, the drink things as well.
The drink things as well you got as well, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we decided on going over to the barbecue smokehouse, then the Q&A to give a food, and we'll give you a food review once it's on the table, right here. That food was delicious, and it was a little bit expensive, do not get me wrong, but that brisket, never had one before, always seen them, always tried them, and it was really, really good food. It tastes like pretty much every other meat, to be honest. It's not like anything massively special, however, it was really, really nice to have, and it's a great alternative to some of the junk food they have offered over here. We've been all barbecued, and Dad had pulled pork, my mum had a sausage, and
macaroni cheese.
yeah, and Adam had some pizza, so
Just on the road.
we've always, Adam had pizza down from HUGO's again, from where last night, a classic HUGO's pizzeria, and it was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was actually pretty good. I mean, it's always nice here at 2 Points, so yeah.
Yeah, but everything's good. The food is good, the base is nice. Everything is just really, really awesome. The rides are just world class.
Oh, they're insane. I mean, especially the Coastin as well. I mean, as much as the flat rides look amazing, right? The Coastin is definitely the main draw of this park.
Yeah, I'm moving to a single flat then. I said, I don't know if I told you guys as well in the video, but it's taken us almost 2 days and we're still going through the rides yet. However, right now, we are finishing off the rides. We've got this one here, but the other side, you have a coaster one, not rides, it's the coasters.
We've got Gemini, which is red, so the red side. We've also got, I can't remember what it's called now, that's it, Whistler Express.
And then finally,
we've got Cedar Creek Mine Ride.
Cedar Creek Mine Ride. So there's a free we have to go. And I think if you're going to do all rides, it takes like probably like 2 days to get on every single coaster here.
Yeah.
And every single ride, possibly 3 even,
Yeah.
3 or even 4. So, and that's even before you start doing re-rides on your favourite ones. Like, we have had a few re-rides, but yeah, it's pretty mental if you ask me. However, right now, I hope it's not a Hulk. I think I'm going to extend it off to the back, because otherwise that's a very, 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 very long queue for this ride. As we are now heading on to Gemini, and yeah, they just let you in the back. That's not that bad. Once again, the queues have defeated us. This is what I'm saying at the middle of the day. We are actually planning to go out to the hotel in a little bit, but the middle of the day is packed.
It's pretty busy here, yeah, at Cedar Point, you know.
Outfield, in general, is middle of the day.
Especially here at Cedar Point, I feel like the queues are a lot longer. They've been middle of the day.
I mean, like 10 o'clock last night, I think it was walk on, and then now, that one we did 10 o'clock walk on, is now on 1 train, is now on 2 trains, as well as a 4 train actually, and it's got like a really, really long queue. So everything changes when it gets to the middle of the day. That's why we normally suggest going out of the park and enjoying that. However, we want to do a few more last coasters beforehand, so we're trying to make our way back now, trying to jump on a little bit more before we do leave the park for the middle of the day, and then we'll be out for like an hour or so before coming back in for these amazing night rides at the end of the day with much older queues. So if you're going to the park, do a bit of this island, which always bungs how big it is, that's got a beach in it on Lake Erie. So go out and enjoy the beach, go out and catch some food outside. You can't really get off the island, but there's so much else to do on here that is shown. So go and enjoy the day outside of the park for a little bit, and then come back in for the end of the day, my suggestion. I'm not unsure if this is open as well, but if it is, we'll head on it, and if not, we're towards the next attraction. I bet it looks like it is, I think. Oh, no, it's not, it's delayed. Oh, this is going well, guys. So we've got one more coast left, I think, now. Worcester Express, there you go. We'll do that one, and then we're going to take a break. Amazing. Or maybe not, as we were waiting for it, and it opened. So yeah, here's Cedar Creek Mine Ride. Literally just opened, so crazy.
Why you wait? It'll break down.
You wouldn't believe it, but once we got allowed into the queue line itself, the ride broke down, and so we made the decision to come back to the hotel for a little bit, film the hotel vlog for you guys, and then return to the park after looking down the boardwalk. And I decided to start it here in the balcony because I wanted to show you our view from the room, and there will be a full hotel vlog which we're actually filming right now for you guys, probably which is already up, and if not it'll be up in a few days time, so make sure to check that one out. But here is a quick look of our view. Right down here, you've got Mount Raven, and this is followed by many of the Cedar Point rides and attractions. There is a netting in front for the mosquitoes and animals that are out at night. And then down here, you then also have got the beach. And walking down here, I'll show you when we go down again, but it is packed. And I'll say again, this is not the sea, this is the lake, and that still blows my mind to this very day. But there is a lot of people in here. It's a lot busier than I thought it was going to be, and you can see down here all the many activities. You got jet skis down. Oh, I'm a little bit can't zoom in, Nick. But from what I can see, there's jet skis down there, which are on the thing. There's boats around the lake, which I think you can all hire. There's little bikes that go around all the edge of the park. I mean, it's a massive thing. And I thought when I first came to this park, that is like the beach is a bonus part of the entire park, but it seems as if the park is like separate from the beach itself. There's so many little bits and bobs. You've got little restaurants and bars, you've got ice cream shops. It's literally like the whole place is like a giant resort full of many different aspects and everything in parks. It is unbelievable. And so if you're coming here, spend a week here, to be honest with you guys, especially if you're coming from interstate where you can go and take a flight to Cleveland and a quick bus ride up, or you come from abroad, maybe go a week in and continue, because there was quite a long flight for just this. But yeah, it is absolutely bonkers, this place, and I so look forward to heading back in the park soon and even showing you around this little beach area around here. So let's do that right now. We're going to get in the room, I'm going to film a little bit inside of there, and we'll be out there very shortly on the beach to show you around the beach before heading back into the park to complete many of these iconic attractions. We've just had a lovely little relax over in the hotel breakers and filmed a little vlog for you guys too from the hotel, which you can check out. But wow, is this place amazing or what? We were sitting in here and looking across this beach on a lake. Still want to make sure, and I know many Americans watching right now, I'll be like, we've got loads of these lakes, but over here in the UK we have nothing like this. Everyone playing on here like a beach, but it's a lake. That's just bonkers. It still blows my mind to this day how that is so crazy. It's just such a nice place for the entire family, this is. I mean, when I came here first, I thought this was just a giant theme park. For starters, I didn't think it was going to be that good. I didn't really see the point of it. Had it up there. But then, after I came here, I then thought it was a giant theme park. And then you come in here and see there's a water park too. And then you come in here and you see it's also a beach. And then going there with a flipping opera. It's just crazy. It's like literally like an entire resort in one island. And I know that off the island is also a golf course. Yeah, there is. I mean, off the island is a golf course, a couple of hotels. And you know, it's a full package of place. It's bonkers, it really is. It's not just the people. I know, and that's what I'm going to show now. But we're saying here, the per amount of time to spend over here is 5 to 7 days, we'd say. We'd be for free just to try out like a cruise, because we're on a massive road trip at the moment. And so, you know what, I mean, we want to go down to Kings Island, Carowinds, Dollywood, all that stuff. Yeah, so we're going here for 3 days. However, if I'm going to return maybe in the next few years or whatever, however the channel ends up doing, if we do end up returning here, I'd make to go between 5 and 7, because we think for the park itself, we need around 3 days. We've got around 2.5, which is perfect really for us. But we need around 3 days for the park itself to get everything you want to do done, at least. You've then got a day for water park over here. You've then need a day for the beach, and that's basically the 5 days done. Then also, you know, a golf course, and then one day at the beach, a hotel pools, the hotel facilities, the extra things at the park. It's just, you can, and even the restaurants, they've got like all different types of restaurants all around here and around the island. So come here, experience 7 days. You get a season pass, because actually better value than actually going here and paying tickets 7 days and experiencing, because it really is an amazing place and somewhere which will never be forgotten in Mars. I think it's just a fantastic theme park. I mean, hopefully a fantastic place. Yeah, I know, I really want to go back. Mark my words, guys, we're back here next year. We'll watch these vlogs back next year, and we've got our way back out here towards Cedar Point, because this place is amazing. And with no further ado, we're now going to go back into the park and get some more vibes. Let's go. It has definitely got a lot hotter since we've made it back into the park, and it is good to be back in. With all these rides going on, we've got to do the 2-person ride there. But first of all, we're going to be heading to a ride which we were about to go on before we actually get to the hotel. But we're going to give it another go now, as with us coming at only a 10-minute queue line. I think it's definitely worth jumping aboard the 109 mine train, because you want to do it, I want to do it. Cedar Point, that's the exact name for it. I don't know the name, but I just like talking. So How's that works? But Adam, what is so good about this mine train?
I don't know really. I just always been feeling to go on it. Yeah,
He's enjoying himself.
Yeah, no. You know, I've always tried to go on it. I think it's just a nice theming. I'm not really sure about the layouts, but I've never really seen the full layout, so not really sure what to expect. But you know, it's doing pretty good. I believe it was called Arrow, and I think it was one of the first ever mine trains. So a bit like, to be honest, like the same train as Gemini, I think. So you know, it's doing pretty cool. But yeah.
Yeah, you guys said. Yeah, no, it's always been another classic. But so we've been working on the last 2 days to get all the coasters done. We're now down to the last few.
Yeah, we're going to get the last one.
So we've got basically one more in here to do, the other side of the train. We've got the Woodstock Express. Unfortunately, we can't go on the little first ever interim ride.
It was the first ever interim roller coaster.
Yeah.
So if you want to know where it is,
It's there.
it's at Cedar Point.
But unfortunately, we can't go in there due to a high
I
requirement.
did try yesterday.
Yeah, which
I should have done.
It's a bit annoying to be honest, because I don't like when they restrict you from riding.
It's weird. So
I get why,
yeah.
but I think it's a bit annoying.
But I mean, this is what we said. Like, you're allowed. I mean, if you're an adult, you're allowed to go on with a child under the height restriction of this height restriction, whatever it was. And that's what I think. Well, the adult was still going on, so
Well,
I don't really know. And there was no queue, so it wasn't like I was taking up the
yeah,
kids'
but
spot.
I think the reason why is because obviously there's lots of big rides here for the old waters.
Yeah.
And there's no point all the like enthusiasts lining up to go on that one
You know, but I mean-
and having the younger kids doing that. However,
But
what
I just think if
Yeah.
there's no queue
Yeah,
like
exactly.
yesterday, I think you should have let me on. But you
So-
know, it's fun.
So I think the rule should be is that you can't go on there at your brother's height unless it's under a 5-minute queue.
Yeah.
You just walk on, there's no harm, is there? Let's be honest. However, rules are rules. We've got to stick to the park. Live and open wall, it can be a bit annoying at times.
But you know, yeah, it's alright. And I think we could have went to guest services instead, but you know, there's just no point. We just can't.
Yeah, it's just sort of hassle for a little ride, even though it's a classic and it's a big one for us. Yeah, I know. But anyhow, we're now going over towards Cedar Creek Mine Trail. I know I got my name wrong.
Mine right.
There you go. Oh, look how close. But let's go there.
If you fell off of this, you'd probably die. The same way if you fell off that.
Another attempt, another fail. The ride has once again broken down on us, and lots of people were in the queue, and then it just started to break down, and it was annoying, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it's
I mean, like, it's one of those rides that you know it's going to break down, so you try to like twice, and I could have just cancelled out this clip, but I feel like I want to inform you about these rides here, because apparently it's the 7th time that it broke down today.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you come to the park, probably best to avoid queuing up a lot of times when it keeps breaking down, and so personally we decided to leave the queue for like half an hour and continue our day of our next attraction, which is going to be a rapid ride. Actually, funny enough, our first non-coaster of our entire trip.
It's pretty crazy because, I mean, I know this part's very close to Heavy, but you know, they do also have some great water rides and some flat rides. And
Yeah.
it's really cool to check them out.
And with it, it's so hot right now, like you can see my face, like it's been quite roasting today. It's going to be nice to get on a nice water ride, nice family rapid ride. And what's great now, I don't know what he's doing there, he's not. Adam's trying to look for rapid ride, he has no idea where
I
it
don't
is.
even know what this is. No.
He doesn't even know where it is, so
I've got a good idea.
let's work out. So you used to, for us, like maps like one thing that we never ever even touch. Yeah, it's down here. Maps is one thing we never ever even touch in this channel, but you never know. You go to a new park like this and experience it. You've got to use the map sometimes and experience it, but it is a shame that ride's closed over there. However, with it such a big coaster collection, and even when like Valraven and that one and a few others are closed, you still have so many rides to get on, and there's no point wasting a long time, is there?
Yeah, that's it. Because half these coasters are, of course, built by Intamin and are pretty big. And I mean, to be fair, they're huge coasters to operate. Yeah, you know, I mean, I know the mine train wasn't built by Intamin, I know it's about aerodynamics.
But it's almost with a telephone anyway, it's weird.
They're quite big coasters. Because there's so many big coasters here, it's hard to operate all of these big coasters like one certain time. Like, if you go on every coaster in the park, I'm like pretty surprised because I don't know how they can do it. So
Exactly, yeah. So it is pretty crazy, this place. It's pretty crazy what they do, but they're doing an amazing job. So you can't really fault them for any of the operations here. But otherwise, that are closed. Stuff like Top of Dragster, we knew it was going to be closed from the start of this season, so there's no biggie there. And with Valraven and stuff, with having such amazing other rides, it's not the end of the world for me at this park. So hey ho, that happened again. But now we're definitely going to go on another ride. It's been 3 rides so far. We said we're going to go on, we haven't. But we are definitely going to go on to this rapid ride. Let's go to, what's it called?
Raging rapid ride. I don't know.
Well, that one there anyway. It looks pretty wet. There you go, Thunder Canyon.
Yeah.
There is a reason why when we were walking onto that rapid ride back there, people were taking off their shoes, putting it in a cupboard and basically moving all their bags. And that is because you can get absolutely drenched or not at all. But just before I do all of that, have a look at this. This is one thing that I love about Cedar Point. There's so many unique activities like this glass making tutorial. Like, where else in the world can you get that at a theme park? That is crazy, yeah. But back to the rapid ride there. That is crazy. And you see we're walking out right now with us just back on. They get drenched. What happens basically, if you imagine the UK rapids, it's like the best bit of all of those you start off with. So you've got massive drafts, massive waves, massive basically water in every single direction. And when you think it's coming towards the end, which is amazing rapid that it is, you then go down and there's this person on there, I love these people who talk to you at the parks, like entertainers and everything on the rides. They go, get ready for the rapids, and you basically go in and there's like 3 or 4 sort of waves and waterfalls that literally tip over the edge. And if you're lucky, well, depending on how you look at it, you can either dodge it or go straight into it. And people go straight into it, they get judged. And you can see people like behind us go away and their swimming clothes, and that's because this ride can get you absolutely soaked. To us, we got lucky on it. I got a splash on my leg, but not a lot. You can get absolutely dry as well. So if you spin enough ways, you get one of the 2. But you never know when you're bored, it's just about luck. However, that is good fun ride, and on a hot day it's extremely fun. However, looking at the queue line and that cattle pen down there, it can get extremely busy. However, Adam getting his things back on, how was the ride?
Oh, you know what, that was actually really good fun. I mean, I'm just supposed to be too much better than it was, but you know what, there's some people opposite us that did get pretty soaked. But you know what, it's a good ride, and yeah, it was definitely much better than something like biking especially around Windsor, because that is atrocious, and that's our home park, and honestly, it's atrocious, but you know, that is so much better. Like, rapids out here in the USA, it's
Yeah, no, this is something we know that, like, later on in the trip, we're going to Popeye's one at Universal, which is notoriously known to get you soaked. Whereas this one here is not even well known. I didn't even know they had a rapid ride here before I came. And going on it, it's just an amazing ride. But many people here be like, that's just any other rapids. But yeah, get yourself on there. That is a really fun family ride. However, now it is ending up near the end. We are going to be doing this last 2 coaster credits. And we said it for the last few hours actually, but we actually are going to be doing this time. We're going to be doing the dueling aspect on, I forgot the name, what's it called?
Gemini.
Gemini, and then we're going to be doing Woodstock Express, finishing off the coasters or other park. And then this is going to be followed by us probably doing Maverick, Steel Avengers, and Millennium Force to finish us the day. But that
is though.
But yeah, as I say, there's still a lot more of a day to come, so plans can change, but as a general consensus of what we're planning to do, that is what we're going to do. However, if it's like an awesome ride that we stumble across or something like that, we'll do that. And all the little rides here apart, like the other flat rides and the other ones, like the train and everything, we'll plan to do tomorrow's, because we've kind of done all the big rides, then we want to do, and then tomorrow we'll do a few of our favourites, as well as do that before we have to leave a park again around this time tomorrow, which will be sad. However, it has been an amazing trip, and we will definitely do the training. But as we now watch Maverick come around the bend, which hopefully it will do soon, because I've just said that, we're now going to see our next ride, Gemini. Look at this, guys. Oh, very fast. Gemini, both sides have been done, and as far as I am concerned, that is another crown on our list.
I mean, we explained it all yesterday, but yeah, we believe because, I mean, even though it shares the same sports structure, it's 2 tracks, you know what, Mean Street, obviously Steel Avengers used to be Mean Street, now Steel Avengers, they count that as 2, so I think it's 2.
I can find it 2 as well.
I don't mind, whoever doesn't, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like, especially as 2 of the tracks, it is definitely worth like that.
I mean, like, there is a good argument for both, so
yeah.
You know,
but what is amazing is having the dueling on that with the American atmosphere, because obviously they're a lot more happy in America than the UK. So they're all having a good time, unlike the UK. So everyone here is like a lot more like jolly and happy and stuff, which is really, really nice to be able to see all that, and everyone's like dueling, like high-fiving, and having an all-round amazing ride. Well, Adam looks, you're not doing that, you're too small. I'm too big. We are now going to head towards our next credit in Snoopyland, the Woodstock Express, and this is our final one that's still operating at the moment. If more race tomorrow,
no, it's not. We've still got one more to go.
Have we?
Yeah, we've still got the mine train to go.
Mine train to go. That one has opened again, but we're going to do some more rides so we try like one final time because we have to get some done today. But here we now go for our next cred, the Woodstock Express, and this is half a decent ride as well, isn't it too bad?
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool.
Come again. Okay, stay here.
Attention radios on these platforms. Cell phone use is prohibited on this ride while riding. Meaning, please keep your phone tucked away while you're on the ride. Also, please be sure to secure all loose articles that may have cards and other free phone items. As a reminder, stay point out also for anything while the national riding. Children must be at least 36 inches tall.
It is getting dark now at the park, and we've done all but one coaster credit with our last one.
Two actually.
Oh wait, yeah, but here he goes. He tried again, but we did all but two coaster credits.
She was close to this.
But that ride was really good fun. It was a kid's ride, so don't expect a lot, and it's quite common actually around the world, that one. So
Yeah, I mean it's weird because they are just like naturally rough. Like they're not rough, but they're just a little bit bumpy around the track. I don't really know why it is, but it's been on all of them ghosts. To be honest, I think it was the Coma they built that.
Yeah.
And they've been on all them ghosts. To be honest, it's always been a bit shaky. I don't really know why. But you know, apart from that, it's actually quite a fun ride. There was no set theme really, but the fun with Woodstock was actually pretty cool. So I quite enjoyed that.
yeah, it was good fun. I'd say all those rides that we had to do to get the cred, but we'll be riding again this trip.
Also, so about the news of that other coaster.
Here we go.
Tomorrow, well, maybe today, we actually had to get services. So I'm not
And by
sure.
we, he means tears.
Yes. And I'm not sure, but apparently, if you go to get services, apparently you can actually get a slip that says you're an enthusiast and you can actually got it. So if that is right, yes, that's good. But if it's not, alright.
Well, where we
She was
go.
close to this time. By the way, though, they're actually really nice when I'm up there. Like, they didn't say, oh yeah, just go away. They're actually really nice. So, just want to say, if you do ever try, it's worth trying, but they're always really nice out there. So,
Yeah, they are nice to hop in. Everyone's nice, to be honest. That's what I love so much about the park. And I think I was saying earlier about it's hard to beat is the fact that everyone's really nice, everyone's having a good time, plus it's huge. So if you come in here, you've definitely got a week of stuff to do, and I feel like with the staff and stuff being so nice, you have a nice atmosphere no matter whether you're in the park or in the hotel or off the edge. And funny enough, one of my dad's friends from work used to work here, which is quite funny, but now he lives like in the UK. But that's just crazy when you think about how big this place is, how many people work here, and everyone's so happy and jolly and everyone's having a really good time. That's something I really like about this place, more than anything. And as a theme park enthusiast, I'm big on theming. They've done theming really well, but I think the biggest thing for me here, the thing that's really shocked me the most, is just how much a good time I was having.
Yeah, and the biggest thing is take off that last coaster credit.
For him.
Nice.
But one thing I want to take off is another ride in Gatekeeper. We're heading my way.
good.
And it's got around 20-minute queue. We're down to the last few hours of the day, so we're rushing around right now to get off those creds at night. And this is our last night, unfortunately, at the park, because tomorrow we're leaving around 6ish, 7ish. So we get off to our next hotel for our continued adventure.
Yeah, to Columbus and King's Island.
So it's not like we're leaving like our sad, because we've got even more to come. However, I have absolutely loved this park, and having this our final night ride, it's going to be pretty sad, I've got to admit.
Yeah.
So here I go. So our next ride, Gatekeeper. Well, possibly I'm on first time. She can go on there, but I don't know if I'm few way off guy. We'll see if she can make the Gatekeeper. Just ridden Gatekeeper for the second time, and on a very windy evening, and I'll show you that one up there. But that was amazing. Once again, fails to disappoint. Not one of the standout, but close to a standout. It's like the tier below the standout ones, I think Gatekeeper is, along with some other little ones over here. Because that is so much fun. I love how we get the interactions again, and we got fun there as well. So we got a pretty cool awesome experience. The views, the rides, the dangly leg feeling, it's a really good fun ride here at the park.
It's like, I mean, it's basically what a small and Thorpe Park could be. Like, I mean, I've only done it being at Wind Coasters, you know. Of course, that's got to be my favourite. However, later in the trip, I'm actually going to be doing Wild Eagle in Hollywood. You know, that definitely sounds a better setting. But you know what? Nobody can follow that setting on this coaster. Like, honestly, looking over the lake is amazing. And you know what? Like, the air times are pretty decent towards the front, I'd say, a bit stronger. And you know, overall, it's a really fun ride. Yeah, I'd definitely come down to it.
Yeah, and a heads up as well, we couldn't work with England, we are British people, and I think you probably could have guessed my accents, but we are from England, and that is what we talk a lot about in our videos. But with all that said, we're going to continue our day with our third chance on that mine train ride. We really want to do it, and it's been open for a while now, it's 10 minutes long, So we're going to get in. If it breaks down, I think we're just going to leave the queue, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So we're just going to get in it, give it a go, and if we got anything great, and if we don't, we're going to head to our next attraction, which
I wish it was that, but
it should be that, but no, it's still in there since this morning. It's not moved, so good to
we've got 1 day left. It's been shut for last week and a half, so
yeah. Never know, though. Never know. We could get lucky tomorrow. So look at the day we got our cred, but we've done well though so far.
Still engines.
Exactly. And funny enough, one of them can do still engines against that, which is weird.
Well, possibly. We don't know. Like, it'll depend on a few times. Because you know what we're hoping to do is see through my ride. Then we're hoping to go over to Maverick for a night ride, and then we'll see what time it is. If we saw like half an hour, 40 minutes left, then we'll just pop around, do some like corkscrew again at night, obviously Magno, so 200 at night, and then we'll end off the night on the Giga Coaster and Millennium. So.
Yeah, and then there's still just walk on and do that, but I doubt it is. But I think we've had two rides this day, and I think it's been working today's schedule, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you have to go with plan, obviously, but in order you have to off plan, and today is just never like a good time to do still engines.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, we've done it twice already, and
yeah.
we're going to do it again. Probably.
So yeah, theoretically, we've done all the major rides twice now, so we just came out for the second load twice. It's just that we're going to end up doing these twice today instead of doing it twice as we did still engines. So that's how I ended up doing it. It was our first time running these big ones. Hey, big Coastin. But yeah, let's now go over to our next attraction, which is going to be a mine train. We'll show you some clips up to it, but have a look at people leaving right now. I mean, this is the best time of the park. It's night time, guys.
I don't know why it's so empty, but I feel like it's because everyone's gone back to school in Ohio. This may be because everyone's going back tomorrow. I don't know why. It's Friday that everyone goes back, but I mean we have it back in the UK, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know, but it's definitely getting quieter, and I would not leave in any means in the evening because it's the best time about the park and the quietest somehow. Don't know why. We've done it, we finally got on it, the minecart ride, and it wasn't amazing, but it's nice to know that we've done it, isn't it?
It was so nice to finally get on that seat after 3 or 4 attempts, and you know what? Oh, it was so nice. But it was fun, it was alright.
It was okay, I think it wasn't even a great ride, it was an okay ride, but it is good to be on it, and it's good to experience that ride as well, because it's not that great, but it's not a credit, and it is a great ride over here at the park. However, now we're working out the timings. We're outside of Maverick and we're not doing this as well as the Millennium Force before we finish. And it's going to be a close. We've got an hour left.
Well over an hour.
It's going to be tough, but I think we do it. I think we risk it. Last time risk is alright. I mean, it's a good ride. It could speed it up near the end. We don't know. I personally would risk it, but we'll have to look into it because if one of these ones is like, it's going to be so close. It's the last night here at the park, so it's going to be mega, mega close. So. We'll see about it, okay? Not down right now, and if we do it, then it's great, and if we don't, we'll catch it up in a sec, but it's one I definitely want to do at night. Nothing beats the park at night and walking down an empty street at a theme park. Always best after the last ride if you're the last person on because you get completely empty. You'll be able to see a park when it's quiet, all the lights up. It's something that it really is an experience that you must experience at a theme park. But we've just done our last ride of the day, which was Maverick. And I do keep forgetting what it's called. I'm really bad at names, guys. But I promise you, by the end of the summer, I'll be a natural over here at Cedar Point. But Mum, you did it. How was it?
And I survived.
Yeah. So you get a t-shirt. Did you enjoy it though?
From what I saw of it, yes.
Yeah, it's a really crazy ride. I think the top 3 big ones over here at the park, or top 4 if that was open. But yeah, it was a very fast ride, a very enjoyable ride, and definitely still one of my favourites. I find it hard in between that and Steel Vengeance. So if I don't tell you how good it is, I don't know what will. But yeah, fantastic rides. Games have done it. We've done it twice today, so that making it the most rhythm ride that we've done at Cedar Point so far. But then tomorrow we do more Steel Vengeance, so it works out even though we haven't done much today. But Ad, how have you found Maverick.
Oh, you know what? Maverick in the day is incredible. I mean, the airtime, like the inversions, like the whippiness of it, you know, the whole ride is incredible at day. But at night, you know, it just moves on to the next level. It's sort of like a Steel Vengeance story, like literally. It's moved on to the next level, and you know what? Maverick at night is just phenomenal. Like, we literally got the back row, and you know, literally just get whipped down that drop. And you know what's nice actually is there's actually just like the right amount of lighting. There's not too much lighting because there's some dark sections. You know, like, there's the right amount. It's pretty cool. So yeah, overall it's a great ride, and yeah, you have to do it at night. Of course, there was one roller coaster we didn't get to experience at night, Millennium Falls, and of course that, but it's not going to happen. So, but you know what? It was great to see this Maverick. It was a great coaster, and to do it at night was definitely a treat.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. I keep just looking up. It's a crazy park, crazy place, and absolutely amazing. And that was Maverick, but the day in general has been amazing. Today a lot more relaxed. Tomorrow we go even relaxer. So if you don't know how we do stuff on the channel, what we normally do is the first day at a park, a big park like this, we jam out all the rides we have to, because if it closes the next day, we definitely jam it all out. Then the day after we start calming down a little bit. The day after we do even less of like rides, calming down a bit more. So tomorrow it's going to be on to like the train ride, the boat, but still doing some classics, of course, like Steel Vengeance, and probably some again, because I haven't done Magnum XL200 for a while. But yeah, tomorrow's going to be a lot more relaxed. However, it's still going to be an amazing day. So if you want to check it out, check it out. And even check it out yesterday, check one out too. Yeah, more for you, yeah. Basically, just finish off rides we haven't done here in the park yet, because we still have only done one actual ride that's not a coaster, which is bonkers. Especially the thing as well, but it's taking us 2 days to get done all the coasters here. That is operating, so there's even more.
And we sort of rushed through them in a way.
Yeah, it's not like we've been like massively doing re-rides. We've done a few obviously, but not massively. So it really is a crazy park. And so as we now walk out towards the boardwalk to have some nice shots along the beach we went to earlier, I just want to thank you all for watching this video today, as it's been a long time for us to get out here. We've planned it for an awful long time, but it's definitely paid off. And this place, this park, this resort, this entire island literally is amazing. And from the moment you enter on over that bridge, and from great thing about where we're staying over at Hotel Breakers, from the moment you enter onto that bridge to getting in the park to walking around like now, you feel immersed in that whole feeling. That's what's really, really nice about it. As we arrived at 3 we haven't even left yet, but even if you did all those activities down there, I mean, they got TGI Fridays here. How bonkers is that? I mean, it is absolutely incredible. So we're gonna just walk onto the Cedar Point boardwalk to end this video today, as I have loved every single minute of it, and I know you have too.
It's a great park, right? I mean, as I've said in a couple of videos now, it's taken me 7 years to get here, and you know, it's finally great. It's great to finally be here. And of course, it's these world-class attractions. I mean, each one of these coasters is just world-class. And like, yeah, you've got some family coasters here, but you know, you need them in the lineup. Like, if you don't have family coasters, it's not a true theme park or amusement park. So you need them in the lineup. You know what? To have rides like a top 4 like they do. I mean, we've only gone 3 of the top 4, but you know,
Get to come back, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, that'd be great. But you know what? I mean, in terms of the top 3 that we did, you know, to have a top 3 like that is just incredible. Like, I don't know how a park can have such a strong top 3. But Kings Island is top 1 as well. So.
Yeah, that's pretty cool as well. And I'm not calling it those parks, but the thing that makes this park for me is so amazing is that the not only has got these world-class rides and everything like that, but just down here, the whole atmosphere, walking out and being able to head down to a beach, make some volleyball if you want, I don't know. But just that whole extra part of this park is what makes it amazing. So that's
and Cedar Point nights as well. So currently in August, Cedar Point nights are actually running till 11 o'clock. So
it's on now?
Half an hour to see it now.
That's on that, so that's quite cool. But as we walk down anyway, I'll stay here now and I'll quite get in the sea. I don't know why I'm trying to do this because it's pitch black anyway. But that is it from me, Tom Derrick from Theme Park Coastin. And if you've enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe and comment down below. And then maybe more videos just like this and come back even sooner to this park. Because as soon as we can, we will come back. I promise you guys that. We're going to be getting those saving pots already going now, and we're going to be getting over towards the park again when we get money back. But you can see it getting windy now, we're getting into the ocean. But there you go, that is it from our Cedar Point day 2 video. Tomorrow can have day 3, but with all that said, there's only one last thing to say in front of this amazing view, and that is thank you all for watching, and see you guys for the next video. Goodbye from Cedar Point, Hotel Breakers, and the crazily huge Lake Erie. Bye bye guys.